Hello, everyone. This is Jenny, Key Account Manager of Fastener Business. Nice to meet you here.
Okay, first I'll give a short company presentation of CBI's Automotive. Our company is an IETF certified company who have managed its business in auto industry for over 10 years. Currently, we focus on two product series, steel tube and fasteners. Let's see our company video.
All tubes lead to speed and passion. CBI's Automotive, China's professional auto parts supplier. CBI's, established in 2017, is a professional automotive steel tube supplier. Since its establishment, CBI's has been adhering to the company tenet of integrity first and excellent quality. And CBI's has built a professional customer service team and production team. CBI's produces steel tubing for side door impact beams, cross car beams, seat frames, shock absorbers, exhaust systems, trunk hinges, etc. Our customers include premium brands like General Motors, Volkswagen, BMW, Hyundai, Chevrolet, and also Chinese brands FAW, Great Wall, Geely, and Chang'an. We strictly control the whole process from raw material procurement to logistics. Our raw material is purchased from large steel mills, such as Bio Steel, POSCO, Shogun, etc. And inspection is needed before being put into storage. CBI's introduces an advanced KIM production line and implements the IATF 16949 quality management system to ensure each process is controllable and quality is stable. We inspect and test the product's key characteristics, such as the mechanical property, chemical composition, and dimensions. We design the packaging according to packing requirements to ensure our products are protected well during transportation and make the loading and discharging easier. CBI's has its own logistics department and freight forwarder, which creates cost efficiency in intercontinental shipping as well as in local customs clearance, warehousing, and road transportation services. We take care of the last mile logistics, can invoice on a DDP basis, and also provide 3PL or third-party logistics services. CBI's continuously optimizes our internal workflow and has obtained certificates of ISO 9001 and IATF 16949. Looking forward to the future, CBI's has high aspirations. Facing the new market requirement, CBI's are continuously improving quality and efficiency. CBI's strive to build the company into an advanced management, leading technology, outstanding brand of China's first-class international standard industry benchmark. CBI's Automotive, China's professional auto parts supplier.
Okay. We can see almost all process is handled in-house, right?
Yes, even for tooling design, we make tooling CAD ourselves, then also the manufacturer work to professional tool making factory. Okay, first I'll show some tubes products, then Jenny will share some news of our fastener business. Then let's see our tube product list. There are side door beam, C-tube, and the cross car beam tube. Let's start from side door beam. Here we got a sample. Check out this side door beam. The main tube is from us. The customer will weld the stamping parts onto the main tube. After that, it will be welded onto the side door. That's in the picture. Onto the front door and the right door. If you notice, we see that we make holes on the stamping parts. This is for bolted connection. The other connection idea is welding. In that case, we don't need the stamping parts. We weld the tube onto the side door directly. In order to provide enough connection to people in the car, It requires the tube to be very strong.
Okay, then I'm sure people will be curious about how the high-stress tube is produced.
Yes, there are three key factors. The first is material. Next is melting process. Then is the heat treatment. Let's start from material. When it comes to material, then you tell me some famous steel mill in China.
Sure, some large steel mill like Bao Steel, Shougang, An Steel, and Ma Steel.
Great. Our door beam material is from Bao Steel, BL1500 HS, one of the high stress steel for auto industry. It is widely used on the cars, like the A pilot, B pilot, and front and rear bumper. Also, the side door. The yield strength of this steel strip could reach to 350 millipascal, and the tensile strength could be more than 400 millipascal. Then the steel strip will be rolled into tube on the forming line. After that, it will be welded on the high frequency welding line. The welding quality is a key point. Our experienced engineers will design correct welding parameter for the welding process. It includes the welding speed and welding current. After the welding, we'll make some tests to check and confirm if the welding performance meets our requirements. They include the flaring test and the flattening test. We have some samples of the flaring test. Check out this sample. After flaring, we check the surface by sight. If there's no crack on the welding joint area, and we say that the welding performance is good and meets the requirement. After this, the tubes will be cut into required length. And then is the heat treatment. It includes quenching treatment and the tempering heat treatment. The quenching treatment increases the stress of the tube, and the tempering treatment eliminates the internal stress of the tube and will increase the elongation of the tube. After quenching and tempering heat treatment, the yield stress of the tube will be more than 1200 millipascal, and the tensile strength will be more than 1500 millipascal. The elongation will reach up to 8%. Next, let's see the manufacture and process and the test video.
Okay, we believe our quality management system and advanced equipment can improve the quality of our product. So the next is the logistics. Shall we see some pictures of the export packing?
Yes, so let's check out the export package. Before the packing the tubes will be coated with anti-rust oil, then they will be put into the wooden case. The inner packing material is a PVC bag, which can protect the tube from rust and water. Then the wooden case will be loaded to container. Lastly, this packing method will be suitable for the shipment by sea, and also it can be stored in the warehouse for a very long time.
That's great.
Okay, we see that we have integrated capability for the door beam tube from material purchasing, whole manufacture process, and packing and logistics. So if you have similar project demand, please contact us. Next product we would like to show you the seat tube. That's in a tube drawing. Here's a seat frame drawing. You can see that they are half rest tube and the seat back includes the horizontal and vertical tubes. And also the square tubes for you build for the seat slide and seat cushion.
Okay, we see the tubes are used in different positions, which means they are in different shapes. So could you please introduce the general machining of the seat tubes?
Yes, so there are normally three kinds of general machining. The first is straight tube. This is the straight tube, and be cut from the long tube and cut into length according to a customer requirement. Normally some stamped shape on the tube, also some holes. Like some of there will be drilling holes and some of the puncture holes. This is the first series. The second series will be the bandit tube. I will check out this sample is a bandit tube and also some stamped shape on the tube. It will be used on the seat head rust. After that is the welding process. It's a connection solution. We weld the weld to the tube and also we use welding process to connect the different shapes together, like this one. It's also for the seat frame tubes. So our capability covers not only these kinds of machining process, but also a large range of material from low strength to high strength, like the yield strength from 200 millipascal to 900 millipascal. Also hot rolled and cold rolled steel tubes are available. The next part we will go to CCB, the cross cut beam tube. There are normally three kinds of designs. The first one is straight tube design. The next one is bandit tube design. Last is two tubes welded design.
Okay, let's start from the straight tube design. It seems simpler than the other two designs.
Yes. The straight tube design is like this. It's a simple straight tube with the customer requests the both diameter and thickness and also the length. It is simple and has a lot of advantages. Like the first one is the dimension tolerance for the straight tube design is rather easy to control. And next is it has less tendency to deform when welding other parts onto the main tube.
Then I guess the straight tube design is a widely used design.
Yes, only it is hard to avoid to lay out the evaporator. Then we will use the bending tube design.
So what's the bending tube design looks like?
Let's now see the example of the banded CCB. It's made from one whole tube and banded at the dedicated tool. Let's see the banding direction, this direction and that direction. We made this from the dedicated tool. It's a little complex. And also we see that it's quite long because it is for a big SUV model.
Okay, so when it comes to bending, what's the minimum bending radius that our equipment can make?
Yes, we see that there are several bending on the tube, and the bending radius should be larger than the 1.5 times the outer diameter.
Okay, so how about the laser cutting? We do it in-house, right?
Yes, we have introduced the 3 lines laser cutting in 2017, and currently we have enough open capacity to handle the laser cutting business in-house.
Okay, got it. Next, let's learn something about the two-tube welding design.
Okay, let's go ahead. The two tubes welding design like this, they have 2 sides with different outer diameter. And then at the connecting area, they will be knocked down to the similar size, so they could be welded together.
So why in some cases we use the welding design? I mean, what's the advantage of the welding design?
Yes, compared to the bending tube design, this design can save material and also increase the layout room in the cars. And also the outer diameter of the CCB normally is 30 to 60. So that's the two tubes bending design. So till now, this all passed from me. So what will you introduce, Danny, during this last training?
Okay, as mentioned above, we can produce not only precision steel tube, but also outer fasteners. Next, let me show you the outer fasteners from CBAS.
Okay, so first we would like to know what kind of fasteners do we produce?
Okay, we can produce outer nuts, bolts, screws, and other fasteners.
Can you introduce them for us respectively?
Sure. First, let me introduce the wheel nuts. Look at this. It's a sample for the rear wheel nut. We can see that the product has a bright surface, and the layer cover is made of stainless steel, which can increase its service life. And compared with the general nuts, our product is safer and not easy to soften and fall off at high speed.
Great. The safety is the top priority for the auto pass.
Yeah, and the gasket and the nut are tightly pressed integrally and won't fall off. The surface of the product is coated with zinc nickel alloy, and the solid spray test should reach 720 hours. The surface burrs were removed, and the chamfered were the sharp edges were chamfered. The surface of the crystal should be smooth, clean, and without damage. The surface of the thread should be complete, no defects and no rust marks.
Great. So what are they used for?
It can not only used for bus, but also used for all trucks, because we can customize the specification according to customer requirement.
Got it.
The next product is the wheel bolt used for the passenger car. The material of the product is carbon steel 40 column, and the grade is 12.9. You know it is a high quality. And the surface treatment of the product is black oxide, so the color is black.
Okay.
The next product is a screw. The material of the product is 18-8 stainless steel, which is also called 304 stainless steel. And if you can give us drawings, we can customize according to your requirement.
That's great. So how do you guarantee the quality?
Firstly, we can provide the certificates from the third party, such as ISO and IHS. Secondly, we have a complete set of inspection system, and every process will be checked by our quality control team. Otherwise, we can also provide the inspection report.
That's great. As we know that some customer will request the PPAP and MDS documentation. Can we support this?
Sure, we will submit the documentations in about 2 weeks.
That's great. So what is the delivery time of the parts?
Generally, if we have stock, it will take about, we will arrange it in about a week, and otherwise it will take 40 to 60 days.
Great. How do you pack them?
We pack them in different ways. Now let me show you some packing pictures. For the wheel nut, we pack them in plastic bag and put them in the carton box. For the wheel bolt, we pack the single product in a single poly bag and 300 pieces in a carton box. For the screw, we pack them 3,000 pieces in a carton box. And the outer wooden bracket will be reinforced to ensure the safety of the cargo transportation. And we can also make corresponding packing plan according to our requirement.
That's great. So do you have any discount during this live training?
Sure, we will give you 5% discount on this counter fire.
Wow, that's a very great discount.
Yeah.
So I think that's all products from us during this live. Please connect us.
Okay, see you next time.